Well, hey girl, are you on the hunt for the best pore filling primer? Well, if that's the case, you are in the right place because in today's video, we are talking about one I have not talked about on my channel called the Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer. And today I want to talk to you about why I'm loving this primer over every other thing that I have. Stay tuned, it's coming your way right now. Well, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here for a bit, if you are new, I am super pumped that you are here today. My name is Lauren and my channel is all about making beauty easy for the girl who thinks that she can, both internally and externally. My hope today is that you will consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you can get alerts every single time I upload new videos, which is every single Friday, every third Thursday, and every fourth Tuesday of the month. Well, if you are pumped to talk about another pore reducing primer here on my channel, then I would love for you to smash that thumbs up button because today we are talking about the Revlon Photo Ready. And this is actually a primer that was recommended to me from a ton of you guys. I did a video way back when, gosh, probably 6, 8, 10 months ago. I'll link it for you in the eye. Of some of my favorite primers, and it was 2 drugstores stacked up against 2 high ends, and that video got a lot of attention. And from that video, I had a lot of y'all actually reach out to me and say, hey, you should check out the Revlon Photo Ready. The pore reducing one is amazing. And so that's exactly what I did, and I have fallen in love with this primer. It holds up to just everything that it claims. So what I want to do is take you into the footage of me actually putting this primer on so you can see what it looks like, and then of course what my makeup looks like up close and personal after it's done. So let's go ahead and roll right into all that footage. All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna put this primer on my face so you guys can see exactly how it looks. So what I will do is I pump a pretty liberal amount. I use a lot of this. Unlike some of the other primers, it just, the formula is a little different. It's more of like a creamy base. I feel like it goes a pretty far for your face. And then I will just kind of like press and kind of rub this one in. You can see already, let me get in the actual lens here. So you can see it immediately starts to fill. And this is the main area. And then of course, I have texture here and bigger pores. So I'll show you up close for sure with that. So I just kind of rub it around and press it in, and I use a lot of it, like I said. Now the cool thing is I've had this for a while and I think I'm only halfway through it. So even though I'm using a lot and I pretty much wear makeup daily, this has been my go-to primer for months. I haven't even gotten, close to running through it yet. So, and then we're gonna pump a little bit more. We'll add to this section here, remove the eyelash off my face. Just press in, and you can use a sponge if you want to. This is the only phase of makeup that I actually use my hands for and touch my face on is primer. So I'm gonna press around my nose. I have some bigger pores here. That's always lovely. So this section of my face is pretty much done, and I just love how smooth it immediately looks. It's unbelievable how smooth my skin looks. Now this morning, before I sat down to film, I used my Boscia gel peel. I'll link that for you above. I've done a video a long time ago on that product. And that's one that definitely kind of sloughs off dead skin for me because I kind of really wanted you to see a clear base of what I had. So I did do that this morning and all my regular skincare, so we were moisturized and all that good stuff before we started. But normally I don't do that every day. I do that like once a week and I just haven't done it in a few weeks, so I thought today would be a good day to try it. Okay, so let's actually do, this is always the spot that I try to get primer around is the eyebrow in the center of the forehead because that's where I see texture a lot in bigger pores. So I'm gonna take that amount. I meant to dab that more in the center, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna pull up. And P.S., this doesn't have to take very long. I'm just showing you how I do it today, so I'm being a little less sloppy, okay? And then I'll go around the brow. And can you see, look at the difference now in the center of my forehead. Those pores are all filled in, and I absolutely love that. Love, love, love it. That is an area for, I think, a lot of people that have bigger pores where you just kind of have texture sitting on your forehead. And then, microneedling definitely helped make my pores smaller for sure. I don't have near the bigger pores that I used to, which is amazing. One of the main reasons I wanted to do that was to kill the scarring and then also to shrink pores. But it, you know, I still have bigger pores, which is kind of my skin. The other area that I always see a little bit of pore is texture, and texture is here. So I just take a little bit more and add it here. And again, as you can see, it just really fills in my face nicely. So it gives my makeup a really nice canvas to start on. Oh, and I got it in my hair. That's fabulous. So again, I used a lot. As you can see, I'm pretty liberal with my application because I want to fill in as much as I possibly can. And so that way we have a pretty clean, nice base to start with for foundation application. Okay, so let me get in close one more time and then I'll come back when I've actually got my makeup on so you can see how smooth it looks. So let me point the mirror up so I can see too. So the main places that I just love to see the smoothness are right through here. This is a big texture area, and I talked about this in the last pore filling primer video that I did way back when, and I'll link that too if you haven't seen that one. This is an area for a lot of people after they put like highlighter on, you can see texture and stuff from pores. It kind of accentuates pores sometimes. I feel like this one does a really good job of like, you know, just filling in those pores, making this area look nice and blurred and smooth. So I don't notice that as much. And then here you can see too, those are dyed down. And the best part is this right here. This whole center piece of my forehead is super nice and super smooth. So I'll come back whenever I have my full face on so you can judge for yourself and see how it actually looks with all of the pretty perks of makeup on. See you in a bit. All right, so I am back with all my makeup on. So let me go ahead and get up in the camera for you so you can actually see how this looks. This is that primer, and I have on a satin foundation today. I did bake underneath my eyes. I'm actually gonna do a video about baking. I used to swear off baking, saying that it made me look a lot older, but I figured out a technique that works for me, and I kind of want to show it to you and see if it'll help you if you're not currently baking for those under eye creases. But anyway, so that's the only difference in regards to from the other primer video. I wasn't baking then, but let's look at the actual highlighter, because as I was mentioning, this is a place that you can tend to show a bit more pores, but it looks really nice and it's very, very smooth. So this will actually last me all day. I mean, I wear this primer all the time, and in fact, all the recent videos that I've done for foundation reviews have all had this primer as a base because it's the only thing that I've been using for the last couple of months. So there's a couple of things I wanted to tell you. It's $7 to $9 depending on where you buy it, and it can be as high as like $13 if you go to Ulta, which I think is a bit ridiculous. And what the website actually says is it says that you can get a smooth, poreless look that stays matte. It includes silica mattifiers to reduce the production of sebum on the skin. And the pore reducing formula instantly minimizes the appearance of pores. So I wanna say that I pretty much agree with all of that. In fact, if I still have it in here, I think it's a really good dupe. And I've said this about one other drugstore brand for primers. I'm digging. And I might even be out. Nope, it's just hiding. Okay, so I think it's actually a dupe for the Porefessional. Honestly, like I haven't, this is obviously the last little bit I have, but when I run out of this, I'm not gonna buy it again. I think that this and the NYX one that I had in the other video work really great as far as dupes. And then so does the Maybelline, which I think I'm actually almost out of, the Maybelline Master Prime that I reviewed in that previous video. These are really good drugstore brands and they work super duper well. So I think that's about it. That's gonna wrap up this video. I hope that this helps you out, and if you have not tried the Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer, that you will actually give it a shot, because I think it might be the best primer for you if you've got pores that you're just trying to conceal. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, I'm gonna ask that you do that now so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And of course, connect with me on social media. It is one of my favorite places to get to know you a bit better. I also have a private Facebook group that is for girls just like you and me, where we get together, we share tips and tricks, memes, encouraging things. We do Masking Mondays together. And once a month, I go live for my show called Contour and Converse, where I create a makeup look in real time with you. So if this sounds like something you would love to join, we'd love to have you. You can click the link down in the description box, or you can search Reformed Tomboy Beauty on Facebook and you should be able to find it with no problem. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. #Reformed Tomboy Family. I'll see you soon.